What is going on, guys? So today I have something that a lot of you have been asking for lately, and I think a lot of you are excited about. I posted a little teaser on YouTube the other day, so let's dive right into it. What we're going to be diving into today is a brushless Warthog. So let's take a look at it. Let's do some crawling with it. So guys, let's dive right into it. Here we have a brushless Warthog. As you can see, we have the Furitek Komodo in there, powered by a Furitek Lizard with the Bluetooth module. I'm going to start this off by saying I'm sure someone will surprise me, but I do not see how it would be possible to fit a TGU in here. I don't own a TGU. I think 2S is plenty for any crawler out there, but yes, this is really only designed to be compatible with the Lizard and the Komodo, as well as his mount too, because any other mount may move where that motor is and it might not fit. So keep that in mind. The way I did my build is I took the setup, I actually cut the wires on the motor and shortened them, as well as cutting the wires on the ESC and shortening them, and soldered them direct to just get rid of all the wire mess that would have been tucked up in there otherwise. Another thing that I did, guys, so I didn't have as much wire to deal with in here with this massive spinning motor bell, is I took my Emax servo here, cut the lead off of that, and then soldered that directly to the ESC in there. I obviously removed the housing for my ESC, soldered that servo directly to the receiver there. I took the housing off my receiver. I'm just using a Hobby King GT2 as the receiver, but so I took all the pins off of it, I took the housing off, and then I just soldered the wires for the servo directly to the board and just made this little extension lead. I probably, after looking at it now, I might have been able to get away with leaving those on there, but I just wanted it to be consistent. I'm gonna waterproof this whole thing with liquid electrical tape anyways, so yeah, it just worked out better, and I wanted to keep that side profile clean. So that's about that. The other note that I wanted to make here is the battery. You can't really pull it out with the way I have it set up here, so I just leave the balance lead tucked to the side there, and I can just pop that out when I need to charge it. So yeah, that's one thing. You definitely take a few disadvantages when building one of these things brushless, just because it's the nature of the beast. I mean, there's so much more to fit in there, but also it is an awesome experience, guys. I mean, that super low CG, the awesome low control on these ESCs is amazing. So these will be for sale, of course. If you buy my Warthog on Etsy, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it or anything like that. I'm just going to include, if you want a flat roof and a regular hood, then the flat roof and the regular hood is going to come with it. Also, I'm going to include the parts for the brushless setup too. So if you buy a Warthog, the side plates are the same, battery plates are the same, that little brace in there is the same. The only differences are the roof and the hood, and then you just don't use the ESC tray in the Komodo version, right? Because on this version, I built the hood, made it longer to use 2 mounting points, and left you this spot for your receiver mounting or whatever you want to mount there, and removed the ESC tray, of course, because that's where the motor is now. So yeah, the only differences are the roof, the hood, and the ESC tray. But if you buy one of my Warthogs off Etsy, I'm going to include the parts to build it either this way or this way, because everything else is identical. Also, I am introducing 2 new colors. We have this blaze orange here. I like this color a lot. I think it looks great. I just wanted to expand the color options for you guys. And I also have a purple. I haven't unwrapped that filament yet, but it is for sale. So if you want to buy one of those, feel free. Yeah, that's about all I got for this thing. Let's get some crawling done with it, eh? Just remember, guys, be kind. One-handed driving going on. So let me grab the transmitter and let's get some action shots of this thing. As you can see, I'm running these Goodyear Wranglers, my favorite tire, as you all know. And it is crawling just as I expected. Obviously, actually, you know, I won't even say obviously. For those of you who don't know what the advantage of a brushless setup is watch how fine you can control this slow crawling speed. You can see in the body there, that motor is spinning and the wheels are actually moving. It is just so incredibly slow and controlled. One thing to note, when you do go from that mode into the higher speed, a lot of people have issues with it being kind of jerky or chuggy. That's how my other setup was, but then I upgraded the firmware and it is smooth as butter now. So it really is amazing, guys. But here's the Warthog, just eating it up as per usual. Bring it down this section here, which is rather steep, but you know how it goes. Again, whole point of this build, as you guys know, is just how low the center of gravity is. So, you know, you're side crawling something and you're really getting sideways, the truck is not going to flip on you. It also increases articulation just using the stock suspension setup. Well, stock shocks. I take the springs off. But yeah, this thing crawls amazing, guys. Furitek setup is awesome. And I just really couldn't be happier with it. Nice simple change to make it work. And a ton of fun. Absolute blast to run. Its performance is about the same as the brushed Warthog. I think actually it does have a slightly higher center of gravity, which is to be expected with that large motor, which is now up higher within the chassis. But you know, for the control you get and the benefits it gives, I think it's certainly worth it. So as you can see, crawl's awesome. I'm gonna get this thing outdoors for you guys soon enough with a bunch of my other builds and just do a video like that. But for now, that's all the crawling we're gonna do today. You guys know how the Warthog performs. It's great. The only thing I noticed, this is why I think the center of gravity is higher, is if I take this Warthog here, I'm probably not gonna be able to do it now, and set it on its side. Maybe I'll try it the other way. Yeah, it doesn't want to work. Anyways, earlier I was doing a little test, setting both on their side like this, and the brushed Warthog would hold it, and the brushless one would not. But now neither of them will hold it. So who knows? Probably just a fluke. But yep, there they are, guys, side by side, brushed on the left, brushless on the right. I'm super happy with it, honestly. You want one? Links are going to be in the description below, of course, to the Etsy page where you can buy one that will come with this model and this model, just two different parts. And then also, of course, for those of you who print your own stuff, the Warthog chassis files have been updated to include both of these parts. And finally, for those of you who already own a Warthog chassis but would like these parts, I'm going to have a page on my Etsy just set up for these two parts, and that's linked in the description below too. So guys, thanks for coming by today. Thanks for checking this thing out. It's an awesome little build. It was a ton of fun. Put a ton of work into making it as clean as possible, and I just absolutely love this thing. So I will see you soon. Thanks again for popping by. If you want any of this stuff, go ahead and check the description for the links. And also, guys, if you like the stuff that I do, please you know, like, subscribe. Really helps me out a lot. You know, keeps it going for me. It just I love seeing those metrics, and I love seeing the subscriber count go up. So thanks again. I will catch you next time when we get these things outdoors.